Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Well, it's wonderful to see that Myles Garrett became a Defensive Player of the Year. Well deserved. He should have been that for many years. He definitely is the best defensive player in the league. And Hall of Famer Len Ford is looking down at him and smiling all the way. This guy, Garrett, is something special. Have a good day, sir.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Of course, Myles Garrett, one of 4 Browns who won awards yesterday. After winning that Defensive Player of the Year award, Myles Garrett, look into the future with the Browns.
I want to thank my lovely parents who are in attendance today. I mean, without y'all love and support and y'all being perfect examples for me, this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank my brother and my sister who have also been great examples for me. I want to thank the Browns organization for y'all believing in me. Jimmy, D. Haslam, Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski, Schwartz, and man, we had a hell of a brotherhood that helped support me and get me here as well. And I have a great team that has been around me for the last 2 years, helped support me with my wellness, getting me together. Shay, Coral, Nicole, my high school coach who I was able to bring here and bring into attendance, Coach Gonzo. Thank you. It's been a blessing. And to the city of Cleveland, this one's for you. We're going to bring home something bigger next time. Let's go.
And with that, let's welcome in Fred Greetham, senior analyst for the Orange and Brown Report. Fred, Browns sweep all 4 awards they were up for. Schwartz, defensive assistant. Kevin Stefanski, head coach of the year. Flacco, comeback player of the year. Garrett, defensive player of the year. When you look at Garrett in particular, it's probably a little bit overdue. Do you think he's on a Hall of Fame trajectory just the way he is performed?
Yeah, I think there's no question. You look at the guys that have, Dwight Freeney, I think, is this year's a nominee, but you think of edge rushers. I mean, Garrett isn't like he just did this once. I mean, if you look statistically, this might have been one of his lower statistics in recent years. A lot of people just look at the sacks and things like that. I know Kevin Stefanski, Jim Schwartz emphasized a lot what he makes a difference, in other teams' game planning and taking him out. And they even his win rate, even despite getting double and triple teamed, was right up there at the top. I just think that he's definitely on a Hall of Fame career. The biggest thing would be now you're going into like 7th, 8th year. If you had an injury, heaven forbid, cut you short, but I think 2-3 more years. I mean, you can't argue with what he's done. Joe Thomas did it for 10 years, and most guys with that pedigree do so. And I think one of the things that stood out to me is Myles was really championing that cause earlier in his career. He talked about being Defensive Player of the Year, and that's really drove him and so forth. I don't know if he matured or he just realized, I got to quit campaigning for it. This year, he talked all about the team and the support and the system and winning games and said all the right things. And this year it happened for him. I know TJ Watt was upset. He had maybe better statistics, but I think some of the things that Schwartz and Stefanski pointed out were important. And those that voted, he won his first, and I think that there's no reason he couldn't, have multiple. I mean, I think anybody that watches thinks he could have, had much bigger numbers. I mean, he didn't have any sacks really in the last 5-6 games. He might have had one, but he had a big sack on a 2-point conversion that was big in a win. That didn't count as a stat. And so I think the support system and buying into that has really helped him, and that team approach, has, and the Browns' success. I mean, if they were 3-14, I don't think he wins this, but you're the number 1 player on the number 1 defense. So how do you not give it to the top guy on that defense?